What's up everybody, Steve and Jolie here with #Florida.
So collectively between Steve, Jen, and myself, we have about 74 years of living in Southwest Florida. So we thought you guys should join us today as we go over 50 things that you should think about before moving to Florida.
And by the way, a lot of this stuff you probably don't need to know before moving to Florida, but we found it interesting, so we hope you do as well. So let's dive in.
So as many of you may know, we'll start with Florida is a long state. So if you are considering retiring, say in the Panhandle, and you think that you may be getting 80-degree weather all year long, you may be mistaken.
The top of Florida definitely has a different kind of climate, especially in the winter time. So if you do want more of the tropical atmosphere in Florida, be sure you stay below the I-4 corridor. Wildlife, the good, the bad, the ugly. At any point in time in Florida, especially along the coastline, you're gonna see a lot of manatee, you're gonna see dolphins, some cool birds and so forth, but you gotta watch out because you got some other wildlife that's not so friendly.
Alligators, rattlesnakes, black widows, we've got them all.
Panthers.
So some small bugs to consider too. We've got mosquitoes, we have fire ants, and the most famous, no-see-ums.
I don't like those. Next thing, moving to Florida is probably some common sense, but in the summers it's hot, it's really hot, and it's a very humid state as well, unlike say California.
Big bonus, Florida has no income taxes.
Which is huge, and you're gonna find a lot of people are moving from other states with high state income taxes and they're moving to Florida.
Another big bonus, Florida offers Florida homestead exemption, lowering your property taxes on your real estate.
Also, another important aspect of owning Florida real estate for your primary residence, Florida has implemented the Save Our Homes Act, which essentially caps the amount of taxation per year that it can go up, which is capped at 3%, despite if property values increase.
Florida is traditionally a Republican state, at least it has been since 1992.
Florida is broken up into 67 different counties.
Florida has over 1,350 miles of coastline. With that, there's about 663 miles of beaches.
What's cool about the state of Florida and the size of it, within pretty much a 2 to 4 hour drive, you can go explore and find new incredible cities to enjoy. Have you ever heard of the famous author Ernest Hemingway? Well, he lived in a house in Key West, which you can actually still explore today. You can go through the entire house by guided tours, pretty cool, and even see 6-toed cats.
Thomas Edison owned a home in Fort Myers back in 1855. He lived in his winter home that's located along the Caloosahatchee River in Fort Myers, Florida.
Do you like NASCAR? Well, the first NASCAR race was actually held directly on the beaches of Daytona.
The west coast of Florida, which is where we actually reside, is located on the Gulf of Mexico, which traditionally has much calmer waters.
And the east coast of Florida sits on the Atlantic Ocean, and traditionally it's a little more rough over there. Florida's Space Coast is the surf capital of Florida. It's actually where Kelly Slater was born and raised. He's an 11-time world champion surfer.
Who knew, but back in 1980, Everglades City was actually known as the marijuana hub of America through the 10,000 Islands.
There are two major highways running north and south in the state of Florida. You got I-75, which is on the west coast of Florida, and you got I-95, which is on the east coast of Florida. And because of those corridors, the Midwest usually travels down to the west coast of Florida because of I-75. And the northeastern states like New York, New Jersey, traditionally will go over to the east coast of Florida because of I-95.
St. Augustine is the oldest city in Florida. Awesome to check out, lots of history there.
Did you know that Florida has a nickname? It's called the Sunshine State.
How about our state bird, also known as the mockingbird?
Speaking of birds, there are 196 species of birds in the state of Florida.
Florida is home to the Kennedy Space Center.
Florida's state animal is the Florida panther.
As we sit today, Florida has 10 major amusement parks and counting.
Do you know what the state drink of Florida is? You guessed it. Orange juice.
Not beer.
Maybe it's beer.
In Florida, we do have a full hurricane season beginning June 1st, and it lasts roughly 5 months. So we do have 5 months to be on the alert of hurricanes. However, that's just it. We are always notified of them coming, usually plenty of time in advance. A lot of Florida is developed on limestone rock. One of my favorite times of year is sea turtle season, which is May 1st through October 31st.
Currently, Ron DeSantis is our state governor.
We do have a fabulous rainy season, and that is also May through October.
One thing that freaks me out, especially during the rainy season, is the amount of lightning that we get. Florida is actually the lightning capital of the United States.
Housing costs in Florida are about 2.5% higher than the national average.
And healthcare costs are actually about 2% below the national average. And overall cost of living in the state of Florida is actually on par with the national average.
Florida's 2017 census population was about 21 million. Florida has a wide array of ethnicities.
And you'll find out quickly because you have a lot of good restaurants to choose from cultures throughout the entire world. Florida has no shortage of outdoor activities, from plenty of water sports or golfing. And speaking of golfing, there are over 1,200 golf courses in the state of Florida, more than any other state.
Florida's capital is Tallahassee.
Florida is a tourism destination, housing over 100 million people every single year.
Florida is known as a snowbird state, where many people from the north come down and live here for about 3 to 6 months out of the year.
To get out of that cold weather. Florida was under colonial rule by Spain, France, and Great Britain during the 18th and 19th centuries before becoming a territory of the United States in 1821.
Florida was named La Florida by explorer Ponce de Leon, which was believed to be on Easter, named after Pascua, Florida. In Spanish, Pascua means Easter, and Florida means flowering.
The major industries in Florida consist of, obviously, tourism, construction, manufacturing, and aerospace.
Florida has more tolls and bridges than any other state. Florida is in fact not the southernmost state in the United States.
What is?
Hawaii.
Gatorade was founded at and named after the University of Florida. And we got a bonus for you guys. If you guys do utilize sunscreen, which we highly recommend, whatever you do, don't spray it inside, because it does go onto your floors, and your floors, if they're tile or whatever, will get grimy, they'll get slippery. So spray outside.
So as we said in the beginning, you probably didn't need to know all these things before moving to Florida, but hey, we found them to be pretty interesting.
And if you guys stayed at the very end of this, we really appreciate your support in watching this. And as you can see with our channel, you're going to see a lot more of us just providing information about Florida, Florida real estate, the economics of Florida, but also follow us as we travel and check out different areas of Florida and different experiences, so you guys can check them out firsthand through us. So if you do like this content, go ahead and subscribe, and we appreciate a big thumbs up on this video.